Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Come on in, come on in. Your brother Tony has a good meal prepared for you at the dinner table. Come on in, get you a seat. Go ahead and invite some more family members and friends. And keep in mind, we may have some guests, so I need for you to leave a little room for the guests, my brothers and sisters. If this is your first time at the dinner table, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk on relationships. When I talk about relationships, I basically talk about relationship the right way, a biblical perspective. When I say biblical, when you look in the book of Genesis, God started the relationship out with him and a man. Secondly, he started a relationship out with him and a woman. Thirdly, God brought the man and the woman together. And in the presence of God, the man Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call a woman because she came from man. That's the position that I come from. So if you sit at the dinner table, I wanted to be clearly understood that I talk about the relationship of that between a man and a woman from a biblical standpoint. However, if you have another type of relationship that you're interested in, I don't want you to move away from the dinner table. As a matter of fact, I still want you to sit here and get some of this good food for the soul, okay? Because you got a free will, you can do whatever you choose to do. But I was just letting you know at the dinner table, what we're serving up is the relationship of that between a man and a woman. With that said, my brother and sister, I want you to keep in mind that I'm on two different platforms. I'm on the book and I'm on the tube. Those of you on the tube, I may make a comment to those that are on the book. You may not see their names or their comment. However, I was calling the name and comments every now and then. And those of you that are on the tube, where the book, you the tube, whatever, I'm going to just flip it around. Let me just back up. If you're on the tube or the book, I'm on two different broadcasts, okay? Let me be clear. So those you on the tube and those are in the book, you may not see one another's name. How about that? But I will call out the name, and also I will talk about the comment that the brother sister made. But keep in mind, we may have some guests. I want you to come in, my brothers and sisters. And when you come in, make room for other guests, okay? Now, when we look at the menu for tonight, on the menu for tonight is don't be afraid to let him or her go. Again, this is the topic for tonight. Don't be afraid to let him or her go. How you doing, cousin Patricia? Welcome to the dinner table. And those of you that come to the dinner table, I want you to keep in mind that you can make a comment or you can ask the question because we're family and friends here, okay? How you doing, Sister Parker? Welcome to the dinner table. And at the dinner table tonight, when you look on the menu, we're talking about, we're going to feast on don't be afraid to let him or her go. So the appetizer for tonight is this. Listen up. We will go to the book of Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. God is talking. He said, for I have plans, and I have this is what God actually saying. So listen up, my brother and sister. I want you to be listen to this clearly. For God is saying, for I know the plans I have for you. Okay, that's what God is saying. I know the plan that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Now that's what God say. Only God is 100%. Keep that in mind, my brother and sister. Again, God said, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. However, my brother and sister, brother, there are some women, and sister, there are some men that go the opposite of what God say. There are some men and women, they won't say I have plan for you, they have plan for themselves. There are some men and women that plan to prosper his or herself, but to leave you destitute. There are some men and women that say they love you, but they're going to cause you harm. There are some men and women that don't have no hope and future for you, but they have a hope and future for themselves. So these type of men and women, they are narcissists. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the narcissist type of people. Now, my brother and sister, as of tonight, some of you brothers and sisters, you've been putting up with a man or woman, talking specifically to you single brothers and you single sister. You have what is called an option. As of tonight, you can let that man or woman go. Don't be afraid to do it. I'm not advocating people breaking up, but if you're a single brother and you're a single sister and you're in a relationship with a zero, you need to let that zero go, because zero don't have no value. So let the zero go, my brother and sister. I'm going to pull out 7 points when you know, brother, and when you know, sister, to let this man or woman go. Listen very carefully. 7 points where you can clearly identify to let this man or woman go. Number 1, when this man or woman place other people and things before you except Jesus. You understand? If a man or woman claims to love you, if a man or woman claims that you his or her love, any of that crap, if you put their words on one side of a scale and their action on the other side and it doesn't balance, you, my brother, and you, my sister, you are being gaslighted. Okay? Now, my question to you, brother and sister, when are you going to stop letting a man or a woman continue to lie to you? When are you going to let a man or woman go that keep deceiving you? When are you going to let a man or woman go that treat you like you're nothing or afterthought? Keep this in mind. We're talking about a narcissist type of individual that don't care nothing about you. He or she is there to drain you. And when he or she drain you like a vampire, you know what a vampire do? What does a vampire do? A vampire take away all your essence and your blood, then they drop you. You dead. So a vampire preys on living people. Even though the vampire is dead, the vampire prey on living people. You understand? You all have seen no vampire movie before. Now, that's how a lot of men and women are. They are vampires. They are leeches. They are ticks. What does a vampire, a leech, and tick have in mind? They want to suck you dry. And that's what some of you brothers and sisters are dealing with. If a man or woman doesn't put you at the top of his or her priority list, those zeros, you need to let them go. The only person, the thing that come before you, my brother and sister, is Jesus himself. Number 2, when you are trying to make plans to get together, that man or that woman, they will say things like, let me get back with you. I think I got something to do at that particular time. Let me check my schedule and then I get back with you. And worse, can I have a rain check? If a man or woman tell you stuff like that, when he or she claim that you are the apple or his or her eye, let him or her go. Number 3, when you are the one making all the effort, when you are the one putting in all the energy, especially when you the one who doing all the calling, all the texting, all the emails, all the planning is all on you, because that zero man or that zero woman is not doing nothing. He or she is benefiting off of you. It's just like this, my brother and sister. It's just like you are a farmer, okay? And you keep planting. And every time you get a crop, he or she is not out there helping you dig up the ground, cultivating it. They're not helping you do nothing, but they want what you grow, right? Or you invest in the stock market. When you get something, he or she going to be there. Anytime you are getting something, you're doing all the leg work, and all he or she is doing is waiting and sucking you dry. That vampire, that leech, or that tick, that's all he or she doing. They sucking you dry. Leave him or her alone. Don't be afraid to let that man or woman go. Number 4, he or she only contacts you when he or she need or want something. Have you ever noticed that, my brother and sister? Are you in a relationship with this type of zero individual? You don't never hear from him or her. He or she never texts you. The only time he or she texts you is when they need or want something from you. When are you going to wake up, my brothers? When are you going to wake up, my sister, and let that zero go, that man or woman go? Don't be afraid to let that man or woman go. Another point, my brother and sister, have you ever been the one that you spend all the money? When it comes to anything, you spending all the money. When you want to just go over to his or her house, they always want you to stop by the store. They always want you to buy something. It costs you every time he or she see you. Every time. You can't see that man or woman unless you're going in your pocket. This is not only for you, brother. There are some men that's like that. If a woman want to see her, they got to go in their pocket and buy something or bring something over. When you go out, it's all on you. When you go to dinner, you paying for everything. You even paying the tip. They want to even pay the tip. If you go on a trip together, they're not going to buy the tickets. They're not going to put no gas in the vehicle. They're not going to do nothing. You're paying for everything. And they barely will tell you thank you. Well, thank you. They will barely tell you thank you. When are you going to move, my brother? When are you going to move, my sister? Don't be afraid to let him or her go. This is another biggie. He or she hides you from the public. He or she tells you they are a private individual and they don't want people in their business. If a man and a woman cannot be with you publicly and they only see you at nighttime, if they have to go way out where nobody, if they have to go way out in the desert to be with you, those are the type of people that don't want you. These leeches, the vampires, and these ticks, let him or her go. Don't be afraid to let him or her go, my brothers and sisters. Why will a man or a woman hide you? You ever ask yourself that question? You may have seen him or her on social media. They be with they're not afraid to take picture with everybody else, but you don't take no picture with him or her. If you all together, he or she wants you to take pictures or him or her, but they don't want you in the picture. But he or she can have other people in the picture. Have you ever been with a man or woman, brother, sister? They have such a wonderful life, so he or she claims. They always doing things without you. When it comes to holidays, they start arguments. When it comes to little stuff like that, you notice they pick fights with you. So when it, like I said, when it comes to holidays and stuff like that, when it comes to the weekend and stuff like that, that's when they want to argue because they want to have time to do things with other people. And it's not you. And here go a real biggie. This man or this woman, they ghost you consistently. What does ghosting mean? They disappear like Casper. They name it, their name is not Casper, and they don't say boo. They don't say nothing to you. They just go. You call him or her, they won't answer the phone. You text him or her, they won't do nothing. You may be friend with him or her on social media, and you see that they've been on social media. I'm not telling you to be no detective, my brother and sister, but that's right, Sister Renee. They're missing in action. That's right. Thank you, Sister Renee. And Sister Flo. Sister Flo said, don't be afraid to let him or her go. Have you noticed that, my brother and sister? If you look at social media, you see where they were just on there. They may even make a comment, or they just made a post, and they don't respond to you. Let him or her go. Don't be afraid, my brother, and don't be afraid, my sister, let that man or woman go. As I stated in Jeremiah 29:11, listen to the words the Lord said, which are positive, based on what that man or woman doing to you. This is what the Lord say. I know I'm going to show you a comparison and a contrast, okay? This is what the Lord say. This is what that man and woman say to you. The Lord say, for I know the plans I have for you. And guess what? That man or woman would say, I have some plan for you, but it's negative. When the Lord said I have a plan for you, they're positive, declares the Lord. The second part declares the man or the woman. Here's the other part. The Lord say plans to prosper you, and that man or woman, the contrast is plans to destroy you, to continue to lie to you, to continue to deceive you, to continue to disrespect you, to continue to treat you like you're nothing but an afterthought. Here's the other part what the Lord would say, and not to harm you. This is what the man and woman say. I'm going to chew you up and spit you out. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you're going to come out of it. This is what the Lord say. Plans to give you hope. This is what that man and woman say. Keep hope alive. I'm going to give you the appearance that there's hope, but there's not no hope. This is what the Lord say. Again, plans to give you hope in the future. This is what that man and woman say. Plans to give you false hope, and there's no future between you and I. I'm going to give you the impression that there's a future, but there is no future. Bye-bye, birdie. There's no future. So my question to you, my brother and sister, listen to this. This is the menu for tonight. This is what's on the table. When you see that man or woman have you last on the token pole, you're not high on his or her priority list. When that man or woman does not make plans with you, you making all the plans, but when you approach that man or woman with a plan, they always have something else to do. They got to check the schedule. It's something that they got to check on. I get back with you, or they'll give you a rain check. The next thing, again, remember this, my brother and sister. You doing all the contact. You putting all the energy in. He or she, they will respond probably to you, but you doing the initiating. You call, he or she may pick up the phone. You text, he or she may respond. But you notice this, when that man or woman be with you, when the phone ring or they get a text, you see how quick they respond to it. But why do they take so much time with you? Why is it if you try to reach him or her early in the morning time, and if he or she work, guess what? They have breaks and they have lunchtime. But if they be even at work, they're going to sneak and use that phone some kind of way. I'm telling you. Or they may wait till later on and then they'll ask you a stupid question like, did you call me? And they see your number on the phone. And here goes another stupid thing they will ask you. Did you just text me? But they see your text. And a lot of time, my brother and sister, check this out. Not only do they see a missed call with your number, but a lot of time when you texting people, you ever notice this? Some of you may notice this. They even got this little thing on when somebody read your text, you will see the word read. Some of you all had that feature on your phone. You will even see a lot of that stuff. Then they're going to tell a bald-faced lie and act like it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. That's what they'll do. He or she, they only contact you again when he or she need or want something. Have you ever noticed that he or she never asks you, do you need anything or do you want anything? It's all about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. And when you do something, and they'll lie to you sometimes, they'll make it seem like they so in dire need. Can you loan me some money? And you end up loaning them some money. They say, I'll pay you back Friday. Or they do like Wimpy that used to be Popeye. You all remember Wimpy, that little guy that loved hamburgers on Popeye. You remember what Wimpy used to say? If you loan me a dime today, I'll pay you Wednesday. How many times have you all heard Wimpy, the hamburger man on Popeye, always asking for a dime, but he always promised to pay him back? Wimpy don't pay nobody back, but he will get that hamburger. That's what some of you brothers and sisters got. You got a Wimpy. You got a Wimpy They're always asking you to loan me some money. They might as well go ahead and tell the truth. Give me some money, because you notice this. They never give you the money back. They don't even bring up the topic. Never bring it back. And when they need some more money or something like that, you know what they'll say? I know that you loaned me some money 2 years ago, but as a matter of fact, I noticed that you loaned me some money yesterday, but I need some money today. And I'll pay you back. I'll pay you that back, and I'll pay you this back. And then some of you brothers and sisters, you may act like Boo-Boo the Fool, and you go ahead and give it to them. And then the next thing you know, they want another loan, and you never get your money back. Some of these brothers and some of these sisters, they are using you. And when you stop doing that, they're going to pull back, and they're going to do what they were going to do anyway, which that's the last point I'm going to make shortly. And this, my brother and sister, you notice again, why is it you always spending the money? You see, this ain't no thing about a lot of you guys, you always saying women love money. Women love money. A lot of them do. And then there are a lot of men that love money. There are a lot of men that are in women's pocketbook. They are. They love when you spend money. They always want you to spend money. Not only that, they were planning trips and everything on your dime. Yeah, those wimpies, the women wimpies and the men wimpies, they plan trips on your dime. They plan on going out on your money. Why do you have to spend money all the time? There are some of you brothers and sisters. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. You may want to go out with this no good man or woman. Let's say that man or woman, they call you. They call you today. They call you and say, hey, this movie just came out. Let's do something nice. And they surprise you so much because they calling you. You know why they calling you? Because this is Friday. So they want to get you out of the way. You know why they want to get you out of the way? Because the 4th of July is Tuesday. So they want to go ahead and take care of you. Some of you all, they're going to go missing in action. Watch and see. They're going to go missing in action. So they want to go ahead and take care of you Friday. So you go to a good mood. So they said, let's go. So in your mind, you thinking, okay, here's she going to treat. When you get to then they said, come pick me up. Not only women, some men said, come pick me up. So you pick them up. You go way to the other side of town, pick them up. Then you get to the movie and y'all laughing and all that kind of good stuff, right? You laugh and enjoying stuff. You get out the car, you walk up to the theater, and y'all discuss, are we going to still look at that? Yeah. And then you wait for him or her to buy the tickets, and they ain't making no movement towards their pocket. But he or she the one who asks you, let's go. So you looking at him or her, they looking at you, and you know what you say in your mind. Here we go again. So you go ahead and pull your credit card out. Then you go in there before you get to the movies. They say, hey, let's stop by the concession stand and buy some popcorn and all that kind of stuff. Now, if they decide to do it, they're going to want to buy some popcorn and one drink together. But if you do it, they want to get their own big popcorn, their own drinks, and all that other stuff, and they want you to get your own stuff. So now you done paid to get in the movie. Now let's back up. You put gas in your car to go get him or her on the other side of town. Then you get to the movie, you pay for the ticket, then you pay for the refreshment. Then after that, he or she said, I'm hungry. Remember we said dinner and a movie. So now you think, okay, maybe he or she didn't pay no money for the movie. Maybe they're going to just pay some money when we go to dinner. So you ask them, where do you want to go? You ask he or she, where you want to go? Then they're going to name a high-end restaurant. They may say something like Ruth Chris. Let's go to Ruth Chris. So you feeling a little special, aren't you, brother? So you feeling a little special, aren't you? He or she said, let's go to Ruth Chris. And you saying, wow, now I understand why he or she wanted me to spend the money for the movie and the concession. Now I understand, because I know Ruth Chris probably a little high. So he or she is really not that big of a jerk. So you get to Ruth Chris, and you buy what's on the menu. The receipt come, and here she's still talking. They done got the highest price stuff at Ruth Chris, right? And the drinks and everything. Here come the waiter or the waitress. They put the ticket on the table, and he or she will not even look at it. And what happened? You end up paying for it again, because he started doing like this. Oh, I left my wallet at home. I'm sorry, baby. Or she'll say, oh, I got to pay the bill. I got to pay the bill tomorrow. Dog, can you do this for me and I'll pay you back? That's what they do. Then again, remember this. I'm reinforcing all this, my brothers and sisters, because you need to know. Then he or she, they hiding you. You see, when you went to the movie in Ruth Chris, you went way out. Well, he or she don't want nobody to see you. They didn't go local. They went way out. For none of your family friend could possibly see them. But you see, this word of the Lord, but yet small, and they may be seen by somebody that you know, and they got these phones and stuff out. They don't want to be caught on that phone, do they? So they could, so your family friend could send you the message, right? They hiding you. How long, brother? How long, sister, have that man been hiding you, sister? How long, brother, had that woman hid you, brother? So, sister, how long have that man hid you? And brother, how long had that woman hid you? Why? They even have showed you pictures when they've been booed up with other people. Why he or she won't take a picture with you? Why? Because they want their relationship private, right? And you notice that in their past, they weren't private with other people, but they want to be private with you. Why are they hiding you? Let me tell you why they're hiding you. And this is some cold, hard facts. More than likely, brother, you're not the one she see long term. Sister, you're not the one. You're not the one. Let's break it down how it really is. Brother and sister, when a man or woman hides you and they won't take you nowhere, they don't want to be seen with you, even locally. Locally, they can't go nowhere local with you. You know, that's a big sign. If they can't go nowhere local with you, that's a big sign. You know why they don't want to go nowhere local with you? Because it's a strong possibility that they may run into some family members. It's a strong possibility they may run into some friends or whatever. They don't want that to happen. They don't want it to happen. Thank you, Sister Renee. They don't want it to happen. So where that leave you? And when you start talking about it, they're going to say, look, I want my relationship to be private. I don't want nobody up in my business. If you get somebody that say, I don't want nobody up in my business, I want our relationship private. Even Jesus don't play that. If you say if you won't even tell people about Jesus, if you don't even let people know that you have faith in Jesus, you know what Jesus actually said? I'm paraphrasing it. Jesus say, if you deny me before men, I'm going to deny you before my Father and his angels. Jesus don't even play that. If you want to be a secret Christian, shh, I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. You won't say, if you're in a conversation with someone, if something come up, if someone say, I see that you got a promotion on your job, you should naturally say, if the Lord in you, it wasn't me. God through his son Jesus gave me the job. Or are you going to say, yeah, I worked hard for it. I did this. It's me, myself, and I. But you won't give the Lord no credit. You've been sick. They said, what happened? He or she tell what happened. They say, well, I went to the doctor and the doctor healed me. But they will not say, the Lord gave the doctor the skills and the knowledge to do what he or she had to do to heal me. They're not gonna give Jesus no credit. So if a man and a woman don't give Jesus no credit for anything, my brother and sister, what do you think he or she gonna do for you? They're not gonna do anything. And again, the final thing. The reason why I went over these points the second time, because I want to get in your mind that the fourth is coming up. He or she going to ghost you. They're going to ghost you. Or this is what they're going to do. If that brother, if there's another man that she want to be with on the floor, she's going to start an argument or something. Look for these little signs. She's going to try to start an argument. You did with the Ruth Chris, right? You paid for it. You're going to pay for it tomorrow, Friday, right? She's going to start an argument with you between Friday, after you done took her to the movie and you took her to Ruth Chris. She's going to start an argument probably right after she eating and you paid for the bill. She's going to probably start a little argument with you on Friday. I mean, right after Friday, right after she eat and you pay the bill, on the way home, she's probably going to start up an argument. She's going to find something to argue. And the same thing, sister, he's going to find an argument too. And this is what he's going to do. This is what more than likely he's going to do, sister. After you go to Ruth Chris tomorrow, he's going to want to go into your house for a nightcap. What do I mean by nightcap? He probably want to spend the night with you. And he think if he could get you in the bed and have your toes curled, they're going to be all right. Then you get up, go to the bathroom, come back, and he see a little piece of lint on the floor, and it's not his house, and he going to say, you normally be on point. Why that little piece of lint on the floor? And you're going to say, what? That piece of lint. You normally be on point. I don't see no lint. Look, that lint, that piece of lint. And you pick it up. Oh, this ain't nothing. He started a whole big argument on a piece of lint. And then he get up, I'm out of here. You just won't do nothing right. And then, brother, this is what she do for you. You done took the Ruth Chris and everything, and you are to spend all your money. You pull up in front of her house, and then she act like she real tired. And she kiss you on the forehead, and then she pat you on your head. Good boy, good boy. And she said, well, I got tired. I got to get up early in the morning and go to work. Knowing good and well she don't work on Saturday. So you say, well, okay, like a little donut, you're going to say, okay. And then what she do? She said, text me when you get home. So when when you pull off, the man that she finna go on this little trip with, they got the airplane ticket. They got to be at the airport in a couple of hours, Saturday. So you're going to text and say, I had a good time and all that. She won't respond to your text. You call, she won't even do it. The next time you get it, when she call you brother, guess what? You're gonna be burning her phone up Saturday. She's not gonna respond. You're gonna be burning it up Sunday. She's not gonna respond. You're gonna be burning it up Monday. She's not gonna respond. You're gonna be burning it up on the phone call. You want to be with her. She's not gonna respond. You know why she's not gonna respond? Because she have gotten on that plane and have went to Hawaii with Rico. They going on the 4th to Hawaii. And she don't have sense enough to know that she's take pictures, and she forgot that you and her Facebook friends, and you see you go to the book, and you just going through the book, and there she is with her Honolulu suit on in Hawaii. That's why she didn't answer the phone. And she don't get back with you until Wednesday when they get back, or Thursday. And then she's going to act like she's going to try to gaslight you. That's what she's going to do. She's going to try to gaslight you like, I told you I was going. She know good and well she won't do it. So you, brother and sister, continue to let those people, don't be afraid to let him or her go. Stop allowing these people to keep lying to you. Stop allowing these men and women to stop deceiving you. Stop allowing these men and women to stop respecting you. Stop allowing these men and women to treat you like you're nothing and an afterthought. If you keep allowing that man and woman to do it, they're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And when the right person come along, they're going to drop you quickly. And what you going to do, you going to go talk to your family members. You're going to go talk to your friends, your co-workers, social media. You're going to throw shade. But he or she was giving you all those red flags. But your heart was in it. You got entangled with that man or woman because you put that man and woman on a pedestal where Jesus Christ is supposed to be. You misplaced where Jesus is supposed to be. But you put this narcissist man or woman on there. And let me tell you about this man or woman that's doing you bad. Guess what? The man and woman that woman that seeing another man, brother and sister, that man that seeing another woman, more than likely, he and she is running after that person that you don't know about. So you running after him or her, and he or she running after somebody else, because that's who he or she wants to be with for the 4th of July. I hope you, brother and sister, enjoyed this meal at the dinner table. You got time now. Don't be afraid to let him or her go. You got time. You got a life to live. Stop thinking that you can't do any better, my brother. Stop thinking you can't do no better, my sister. You can. God been waiting for you to let these zeros go. God already had a man and woman for you, my brother and sister. You have a desire for a man and woman. He already had that person. But you delayed the process. You delayed it. It's on you. You seen the red flag. The Lord allowed you to use your discernment, but you didn't want no part of the Lord. You want to keep giving him and her a chance after chance after chance after the chance. And while you're doing this, you are hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're overeating. You're undereating. You're complaining to people. They getting tired of listening to you say the same thing. You know why they getting tired of you saying the same thing? Because they know you ain't gonna do nothing but keep talking. And they get tired of looking at your number coming because they say, I know what he or she want to talk about. They get tired of you coming around because they be talking about somebody else, and you want to keep bringing up that man and woman that don't care nothing about you. And if they bring it to your attention, you're going to get pissed off at them and you're going to start an argument. Then you're going to try to defend that zero against your family and friends when all they want to do is be your support. You see, they ain't got no emotional attachment to that man or woman. They got an emotional attachment to you. They got loyalty to you, and they're trying to open your eyes. But you all tangled up. Women don't only be the one that get tangled up. A lot of you guys get tangled up. So don't be afraid to let that man and woman go. You ain't gonna do nothing but keep hurting yourself. Don't you know, my brother and sister, when it comes to a relationship, a man and a woman, when you're investing into the relationship, that person that you're in a relationship with is supposed to invest in you. It go hand in hand. He or she's supposed to reciprocate. If he or she cannot reciprocate, you're losing. And you know the sad part about it, a lot of you brothers and sisters, you are on your game. The Lord have blessed you with wisdom. He have blessed you with knowledge, understanding, discernment. He have blessed you. You're a godly man. You're a godly woman. God have given you some of the world goods. And most of the men that you're dealing with, sister, and most of the women that you're dealing with, brother and sister, they ain't got God in them, period. They don't even have a pot to urinate in. They have nothing going on. Nothing. But God have established you, and you trying to lift a zero up. You can't get nothing out of no zero. That's why you keep going in circles. You want to be with someone that you could elevate with him or her. You don't want no zero man, and you don't want no zero woman, do you? Brother, do you want a zero woman? So do you want a zero man when God has already established you? What can he or she do? What can it do? Nothing but draining you. Remember Dracula, Count Dracula. Remember that leech and remember that tick. All they do is want to suck you dry. I hope you, brother and sister, got something out of this. If you have any comments or any question, go ahead and put wait in the comment section, and I'll wait to see what your comment is or your question. If you don't have no comments or no questions, I would like to tell you, my brother and sister, I enjoyed being at the dinner table with you all tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the dinner and take some of this extra food with you, because I want to throw none away and save it and go back to it later or share it with some more family members and friends. Okay? Do that. I love you, you brothers. I love you, sister. God know I love you. I enjoy being at the dinner table with you, brother and sister. I'm going to tell you this too. Brother and sister, those of you that come to the dinner table regular, thank you so much, because you could really be doing something there. I know you can. But thank you for spending time with your brother Tony. And thank a lot of you that be here. And thank a lot of you that reach out to me. I really, really appreciate it. I love you, brothers. I love you, sister. Remember what we talked about tonight. Remember it. Remember, retain it. Remember, remember, remember. Believe it, believe it, believe it. C'est la vie. You know what c'est la vie is? That's life. C'est la vie. Peace out.